Hello friends, in the last lecture we solved the Schrodinger equation using the green function method. From that method we derived the formula for wave function UR. It has broadly two parts. This part represents the incident plane wave, whereas this part represents the scattered spherical wave. Okay, and these two parts combined will give the wave function UR. Now suppose in this equation, if you want the solution at a distance very far from the scattering center, it means from r tends to infinity, r is very large. In that case, in this particular expression, there is this part r minus r dash. So what is the approximate value of this term in case of r, it is very large? What I am saying, let us you draw the figure. This is one point, you can say, and you are finding the potential at this point. So this is your R. Okay. Now another point, it is over here, or let us say it is over here and dash. So this point is here, so here it is R dash. Okay. So now what I am saying, that if my R is very large, no doubt it is very small, but you assume that this is very far and this is R dash. So in that case, what will be the distance between this point and this? That is nothing but r minus r dash. It is nothing but r minus r dash. So in case of r very large, what will be the approximate value for this r minus r dash? What is this? Because now my distance is not r, but it is this much. So what is the exact value in this? So for that I can draw one line on this, so that this much distance is this. Okay. So what is this extra term, extra length? What is the value? This extra value is nothing but actually projection of r dash on this direction. So now let us say in this direction, suppose the unit vector along this direction is what? That is nothing but vector r divided by r. Vector along this direction divided by magnitude will give me the unit vector along this direction. So when I multiply this vector with this unit vector, it will give me this component. So now if I multiply r dash and make the dot product, that will give me this part. Again, unit vector along this direction is vector r divided by its magnitude. This will give me the unit vector along this direction. When I make the dot product of r dash with this unit vector, dot product, that will give me this distance. So actually when r is very large, in that case r minus r dash is nothing but it is r minus r dash into r vector upon mod r, isn't it? It is nothing but this thing only. Okay, because this is this part. So from this r you subtract this. So now it will be r minus r dash. So r minus r dash will be like this. But this is unit vector along this direction, along the r direction. So if I say that in this direction, the vector propagation vector k, suppose this I r upon r I represent by vector k, unit vector k. So if this is my k, then I can write r minus r dash into k by r. But here we say that if this distance is very large, in that case this part is very small, because this is very small compared to this r. In that case r dash by r, this term is very small, so that is nothing but r vector only. So now in case r is very large, I can write this term approximately as a r. This is the one thing. Second thing is that now in here what will happen if r is very large compared to r dash, then in that case it is in exponential term. So even if it is small, you cannot ignore it. Here we have ignored this part, okay, because in comparison with this, and we have written that this part is r, so this part is r. But here, since this term is in exponential, so even if it is small, you cannot neglect like this. So now this term will be e I k r minus r dash. This is equal to e I k r into e raised to minus I k r dash. Okay, it will be like this. Okay, so now this solution, in case of r tends to infinity, it will become ur is equal to e I k z minus 1 upon 4 pi integral, this is e I k r into e raised to minus I k r dash, and this is r. In case of approximation, so it will be r into u r dash into beta dash. But one thing is that now this is our point of origin, or you can say scattering point. This is our scattering point, and if the scattering particle is at the origin, so now here near this target or near the target particle, whatever potential is there, it will be very large. But as soon as you move away from this target, its potential decreases. Okay, so what I am saying, just try to understand that if there is some target position, there is some charge is there. So because of this charge, the potential will be created, but that potential will be in the nearby area. So in the nearby area there is some potential, but as soon as you go far from this target point, its potential will become zero. Its potential will become zero. So what I am saying that if r is large, then in that case potential will be zero. Okay, but if this r dash is very small, in that case the potential is large. So what I am saying that in this term, for this UR dash, it means UR dash means this much. So if R dash is large, then potential will be very small. So it will not be effective in the integration part. But if the R dash is very small, it means that if the R dash it is very near to the target, at that time it has some large potential, and potential is large, so this much is large, so that term will be very effective over here. Now here you see this integration, actually it is integration over R, but actually effective integration will be within this region only. Outside that region, even if you integrate, you will get nothing, because outside this term will be 0. So no meaning of this integration. So what I am saying that if it is small, then and then it becoming infinity. But at large distance, this term is this is 0. So this that term is not effective. So it will not contribute to the integration part. So in that case, I can say that this is independent, because this integration is over R dash. But at the large distance, it does not contribute it. So that's why what I am saying, that I write my wave function for a large distance as Eikz minus 1 upon 4 pi into E. I can write in this way only, plus I can take it out, because at a very large distance this integration will not contribute it. So you can just take it out. In the bracket I write now 1 upon 4 pi. So I have written this inside. Integral E minus I k r dash into u r dash into d dot dash. Bracket complete. So just try to understand. This is the solution for the wave function. In that, I argued that the solution at the distance r tends to infinity, the approximate value of this will be equal to r. So I replace by r only, and this part I have written this way, and this I have taken out, because this integration will contribute for the smaller distance only, not for large distance. So it is independent of this, so I can take it out from the integration, and I have written in this fashion. Okay. Now just try to recall our earlier general equation. UR is just like U incident plus U scattered, and that is Eikz plus F theta phi into Eikr upon R. You just try to recall this formula. We have written earlier that this part is incident part plus scattered part. Incident part is this, scattered part is this. Now you compare these two. You just compare. You are here, okay, this okay. Ekr, okay. What is this? It is a bracket term. So by comparison, just by comparison, I can write f theta phi is equal to f theta phi, this bracket is nothing but this bracket. So it is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi integral E minus I K R dash into U R dash into d dot dash, isn't it? Okay, so just making certain changes, I compared with this formula and I have found out this. What is this formula? This formula is nothing but scattering amplitude. Okay. Now here you can do one thing. Since this integration is over r dash, but there is no other r, so you can drop that indices. You can drop this because there is no other r. So you can write in this fashion, equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi E minus I K R into U R into d tau. Now this is your formula for scattering amplitude, and that is called the formal expression for scattering amplitude. Okay. Now this is UR, and I defined UR as 2m by h cross square VR. So substitute this value over here. So now my f theta phi is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi into V, that will remain inside. This part will come out. So it is 2m by h cross square integral E minus I K R into VR UR into d tau. So if you simplify it, f theta phi is equal to minus m upon 2 pi h cross square E minus I K R into VR UR into d tau. Okay. So either you can represent scattering amplitude in this fashion, or you can represent in this fashion. Okay. So just as I told you earlier, that scattering amplitude is very important, because from this scattering amplitude you can get the differential cross section, differential scattering cross section. So we have obtained the formal solution. Okay, but here also there is a problem, because in solution of this scattering amplitude we have this UR, an integration. So we should know the wave function at a different point, not at particular point. So if you know the wave function at different point, then and then you can find out the scattering cross section. But question is, at this point of time we do not have the solution of this UR at a different point. We don't have solution. Then in that case you cannot find the scattering cross section. So initially, first you have to find out what is your UR at a different point. Now how to get the wave function UR at a different point? We have this formula for this UR, and from the so suppose you want to find out the scattering amplitude, then you should know the UR. For this UR, you have to solve this integral, and that integral also contains this part UR dash. So to find out this, you have to find out UR dash. Then and then you can solve this. So the problem is very tricky, and in such case if you do not know the function you are exactly, then you can find out its approximate value. So using the approximation method, we can solve for this UR and substitute over here, and we can find the scattering amplitude. So now problem is this one. For the solution of the scattering amplitude, you require this. This general solution is here. Now to get the general solution, you have to first solve this integral part, because this is the integral equation. You have to solve this integral first, and that integral also contains the UR dash, wave function at R point, R dash. So here the thing you can simplify by using the approximation method. There are generally in our syllabus we may use this two approximation method. One is Born approximation method. And another one is Eco-Null approximation method. We are going to discuss these two approximation method. And so from approximating the wave function, you can get this solution. And if you are using the Born approximation, then you can say it is FB, because it is a Born approximation. Just let me give you some idea. What we will do, we will assume, time being, we assume that this is your wave function, this is the incident part of the wave function, this is incident part or incident plane wave part of the wave function, and this is the scattered part. If I assume that what is that scattered part? It means if I say that my UR, if I take it out here minus E I K Z. Here if I assume that this part is very small, it means when I take this over here, so UR minus E minus I K Z, and that is equal to what? That is equal to minus something. What is that? That is complete. Okay, I don't write over here at this point of time. Just I am explaining in short that in this is the scattered part, and I initially assume that scattering is of low magnitude. Scattering is very low magnitude. In that case, what will happen? If I take this term over here, so UR minus something, that is equal to this term. But this is very small. It's very small. In that case, what will happen? UR minus EIKZ is very small. Very small. Then EIKZ, and that is equal to 1. If very small, then taking this condition, we can find the approximate value, and that is the Born approximation method. So tomorrow or next time when we will meet, we will discuss about this Born approximation method, and we will try to understand how we can get this Born approximation formula for the scattering amplitude, isn't it? Okay, so we stop over here, and next time we will talk the Born approximation method. Thank you.